In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I create YouTube content as a busy mom. Okay, now I realize we're all in different places in life. You may be a working mom, you may be working from home, you may be a stay-at-home mom. Whatever position you're in, it's very easy to say there isn't time. And it is tough. We are limited on time and we have to choose what we do with our time. But if you want to do YouTube as a mom, it is possible. Let me share how I make it happen. Okay, so I just want to say first off, my schedule has changed over the years where I've had 1 kid, 2 kid, pregnant. I've worked as a nanny and that grew more and more part-time and then they were done with me. And now I'm at home. Currently, I'm staying at home. And so it's evolved. The one consistent though is I've always had mornings, waking up before my husband and children as early as I want to wake up, depending on the week and the day. I've had nap time, and that's changed a little bit with not working versus working, but I have always had some time during nap time. And then evenings. Evenings I do try to spend with my husband. So if I am working, it's just on my laptop watching TV together versus sitting at my computer desk with multiple monitors. So early morning, nap time, and evening make up about 90% of my YouTube time. So the other 10% I would say happens when my kids are awake, and that's just sneaking in moments here and there. Now for you as a busy mom, I will say the thing that's the trickiest is finding time to film. For me, filming has to happen during nap time. Early morning, it's dark. In the evening, my husband's home. It's dark. I'm not going to do it. So nap time is filming time. Now I don't film every day during nap time, but a couple times a week, however often I need to, I will batch and I will film multiple videos at once. In the mornings, I do a lot of editing. I also do that during nap time on non-filming days and just whatever other work I need to do. And then in the evenings, I try to pick very easy jobs that I can do from my laptop where I don't need to have sound as far as like editing. I will create Pinterest pins. I'll work on titles. I will work on outlines. Anything I can do very, very easily in front of the TV. Now that 10% when my children are awake, what am I doing? I might sneak on the computer and do something very short and simple, but it's not very likely. Typically, instead, what I do is maybe make an outline or write title ideas on pen and paper. And then later, if I want to put them into my computer and my systems, I will do that. But I will take time to brainstorm, just think of general ideas, concept, kind of think about my content calendar and what I want to plan for the next month. I will on occasion record B-roll when my kids are around because B-roll, I never use this sound. So I recently made a video and it had to do with freezing food and like making meals. So I was recording my dinner, like cooking process, and I did have kids around for that at times. But what I did was just made sure they weren't in the shot and I didn't worry about if they were talking in the background because I muted those videos and used them later. So filming B-roll is possible when my kids are around. Okay, so that's about my 90 to 10 split. And when am I doing all this work? It truly is around my kids' schedules. Now, how do I make this possible? Basically, it takes planning and preparation. Okay, so like I said, I batch film. So certain days I will film. On those days, I'm doing my hair and I'm doing my makeup, I'm picking out my clothes, I'm doing all those things while my kid's not napping. Okay, so once nap time happens, boom, I'm ready to go film. That's what I want. I will even set up my filming location. I'll plug a picture in right now. I don't have a tripod, so I put my phone on a chair. It's leaning up against my sugar container. I threw a couple blankets on the ground to try to make my sound quality better because I do not have a mic, and I sit in one of my kids' little chairs. Wouldn't you know, that's my setup. My point being is I set it up while they're awake. Again, so once they're napping, I have as much time as possible to actually film. Other things I'm doing while they're awake, I'm cleaning the house, I'm doing meals and dishes and things like that, laundry, because I don't want to do my household chores during nap time. I want to work on YouTube, whether that's filming, editing, making thumbnails, whatever it is. I want to get as much done as I can during nap time when I'm child free and they're not seeing me on the computer and I'm not taking time away from my children. When they are awake, I'm getting the cleanup done. I'm getting the household tasks done as much as I can. And I know when you're a young mom, this can be very challenging. I have talked about it before. Like when I was a new mom, I kept waiting for nap time to do anything. Like any task was too hard when they were awake. Like cleaning the shower. I can't do that with a baby. Actually, you can just set them in your bedroom on the ground. They'll be fine. You know, you got to sometimes like push yourself. And the more mature you get into motherhood, you realize you can't accomplish a lot when your kids are awake. So my point being, do everything you possibly can while they are awake. Nap time is sacred. The next tip is batching. Like I said, I film multiple videos at once. When I get this setup out, the hair, the makeup, I will switch outfits if I want to, or sometimes I'll even film the same outfit and I'll just schedule those videos kind of further apart so they're not right next to each other. But point being is I batch film. I will then take those and I'll batch edit like one after another. Then I might work on thumbnails, titles, which ideally you should work on before you film. It doesn't always happen, but whatever I work on, I try to get in the flow. When I'm in the flow on titles, I start thinking of like exciting words like must have or urgent or just things like that versus doing a one-off title. It's harder to get going. So that's where staying focused on a task can get you into deeper thought, I think, on it, and basically make you better, faster, and you get in the zone. So batching and focusing on a specific task is, in my opinion, the way to go. And one other thing with that, if I'm trying to create pins and outline and film, my mom brain kicks in where I like can't focus and I'm doing a little bit of everything and I'm bouncing, and it is a waste of time. It's a lack of focus versus doing one task after another in order, complete the task, move on to the next task. And one warning I will give with batching. If you are new to YouTube and just new at this whole thing, do not batch without checking things. Okay, don't batch record 4 videos and then go back and look and realize the whole time there was a shadow across your face. If you're going to do 4 videos in a day because you're dressed and ready, film that first one and then watch it back really quick. Make sure it's okay before moving on. Make sure your audio is working or this or that. Or, if your screen's crooked or there's a smudge on it. Don't batch create and cause a huge error, or don't batch create 4 bad things. That's not worth your time and your effort, and you'll be so upset with yourself. Okay, so be cautious with batching, and also it can prevent you from growing. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're not necessarily getting better. Okay, so be careful with it, but at the same time, I think as a mom on YouTube, it is essential. Now, if you are ready to get started on YouTube and want to get your channel going, I have one major tip I want to share with you, and that's going to be in the next video. It is linked in the description, and that is all about what I would do if I was starting over and starting a channel. I think it is a huge tip to grow more quickly and be more proud of your content from day one. Okay, so that video will be linked in the description. Just for clarity here, you're on my channel, Mom, Wife, and Everyday Life. This is my mommy channel, mommyhood, parenthood. This other video is on my YouTube channel. It's called Amanda's Numbers, and it's where I talk all things YouTube. Okay, so if you're ready to get into the YouTube journey, go over there, check out my other channel and how I am navigating YouTube as a busy mom. Again, that link will be in the description. I hope to see you there.